The unlucky black cat. An unfortunate black cat lived in a little town deep in the center of a wooded forest, whose name was Midnight. He was not an ordinary kitten. He had a sense of foreboding that accompanied him everywhere he went. Luck appeared to have deserted him from the time he arrived in this world. From an early age, Midnight faced countless mishaps and accidents. He had a habit of knocking over vases, tripping over his own paws, and even getting tangled in yarn balls. People in the village believed that his presence brought bad luck, and they often avoided him. Children would cross the street when they saw him, and even the birds flew away as if to avoid his jinxed aura. The unlucky black cat, Midnight's owner, an old widow named Mrs. Jenkins, loved him dearly despite his streak of unfortunate events. She believed that his bad luck was merely a series of coincidences, and that he deserved the same love and care as any other creature. Mrs. Jenkins often spent her days reading books, her faithful companion curled up beside her. One sunny morning, as Mrs. Jenkins sat on her porch reading a novel, she noticed a group of children huddled together nearby. They were whispering and pointing in Midnight's direction, their expressions filled with mischief. Concerned, Mrs. Jenkins approached them and inquired as to what they were doing. "We're playing a game, Mrs. Jenkins," one of the children said with a mischievous grin. "We're trying to find the most unlucky thing in the world, and we think Midnight here might just be it." Mrs. Jenkins felt her heart sink. She couldn't bear to see Midnight being subjected to such ridicule. With a determined look, she addressed the children. Luck is not determined by the color of one's fur or the accidents that befall them. It is how we face adversity that truly matters. Inspired by Mrs. Jenkins' words, the children paused and exchanged glances. They had never considered luck from that perspective before. Intrigued, they decided to give Midnight a chance to prove them wrong. Days turned into weeks, and the children started spending time with Midnight, observing him closely. They soon discovered that despite his mishaps, Midnight was resourceful and clever. Whenever he got himself into difficulty, he always found a way out, frequently leaving the situation better than before. The village began to witness Midnight's remarkable ability to turn misfortune into fortune. He accidentally knocked over a ladder, revealing a hidden bird's nest with newly hatched chicks. His curiosity led him to a lost wallet, which he promptly returned to its grateful owner. The children started to realize that perhaps Midnight's supposed bad luck was just a series of serendipitous events waiting to unfold. Word spread throughout the village about Midnight's transformation, and people's perceptions began to change. They saw in Midnight a symbol of resilience. Mrs. Jenkins and Midnight became local celebrities, their story shared around campfires and gatherings, and his reputation as the lucky black cat spread far and wide. People from neighboring villages sought his presence, hoping that his charm would bring them good fortune. Mrs. Jenkins, with her wisdom and love, became an advocate for embracing life's twists and turns, inspiring others to view luck from a different lens. The moral of the story: the unlucky black cat taught everyone a valuable lesson. Luck isn't a predetermined force. It's the resilience, determination, and love that we carry within us.